Hey, it's Tim, and good day to you. Today is not hike day. Today is not work day. Well, it is later. But first, today is explore old, historical, antique, vintage amusement park type things, like this roller coaster here behind me. I'm here at Belmont Park in San Diego, and we're going to go explore the Giant Dipper roller coaster, and we're going to take a look around here. This area is super vintage, super old here in San Diego. And we're gonna go in there and explore it, because apparently you can just walk around in there at will, because we're here at the beach. Let's go look and see some stuff. Come on, let's go. You coming? Come on! But, however, before we go in there, we're gonna talk a little history and what we're seeing here. So forgive me, I'm only sort of a historical person. I love vintage history and things like that. There are things that are old and have stood the test of time, like this roller coaster. There's a fella who is really responsible for a lot of the development here in San Diego by the name of John D. Spreckels. And so if there's anything around San Diego that's really old, it's got his name on it. The John D. Spreckels Memorial Theater, the John D. Spreckels Organ Pavilion, things like that. Now, John D. Spreckels was a sugar daddy. Not that kind of sugar daddy. He was a sugar tycoon. I believe he owned like sugar ranches and things like that. I don't know. Harvested sugar, sugar cane, sugar babies, sugar daddies, all that stuff. And so he had tons and tons of money. So he wanted to develop this area and make it an amusement park. Kind of copying a few years before, I think 1913, there was another amusement park here in San Diego in Ocean Beach called Wonderland. It didn't last very long. It was on the beach. The sand eroded and kind of wrecked all the structures there. And so they had to vacate and dismantle. Here's some more really cool historical things. At Wonderland, they had animals. They had like a menagerie, if you will, a menagerie of animals. And the animals were cool. People came and looked at the animals. And then 1915, the Balboa Park Exposition started. And that was a celebration of the Panama Canal, because with shipping and all that kind of stuff, the Panama Canal made much easier access from the east to the west via the oceans, because you could go through the Panama Canal down there. It kind of cut the continents in half for shipping. Otherwise, you had to go all the way around to South Africa or fly. But they couldn't fly then, so that's not an issue either. So, long story short, they had a huge party here in San Diego, because San Diego would have been the first call of port for any shipping that came, into the United States from the east. Sorry. If you were coming around, if you were coming from China, then it was no big deal. But things that came, from the Europe, they could go through the Panama Canal, and it was a much shorter trip. So they were super excited. They had a big party called the Panama Exposition. When the exposition was over, 1915, 16, I think 1917, they shipped all those animals. They thought, what are we going to do with all these animals? And so they decided, let's start a zoo. And so right next to Balboa Park, the Panama Exposition area, they put all those animals over there, and that's how the San Diego Zoo started. Fascinating story, right? But today we're going to focus back on John D. Spreckels, and he started the Belmont Park. I think it was called something else. I'll figure out what that is later. It was called something else. Now it's called Belmont Park, and he built this roller coaster right here called the Giant Dipper. Also, he built a giant indoor swimming pool. So we're gonna go take a look at some of this stuff right now. It's old. It's about 110 years old almost. This roller coaster. Now it's been remodeled, but we're gonna go take a look. Let's go see. Museum. But they don't open till 11. And they've got an old car in there. There's no way we're gonna see it through this glass. So we're gonna go in there after they open and after we ride. Now, like I said, they did do a lot of remodeling and reconstruction of this thing. In fact, growing up as a kid, I remember coming here in like the early 70s, and the roller coaster was open, and there was a huge amusement park here. Now there still is. Look at all this stuff here. They've got a carousel, but none of this stuff is original or vintage. It's all newer and has been modernized and such. But I remember coming here as a kid, and they had those rides with it looked like a giant tarantula, and it had the big long black scraggly legs, and the cars on the end, and it would spin around. But They had those, and then there was not much here. And then the roller coaster fell into total disrepair and was shut down for safety, obviously. And then somebody came along with some money and decided to redo it. But through the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, it was jamming. It was popular. People came here, they rode it. Oh, this door's open. So also, I noticed in some of the old documents I read and footage that the cars didn't have any seatbelts, and there were signs that said, please do not stand up. And so you were encouraged not to stand up while riding the Giant Dipper roller coaster, which is good. I think that's good. You could whack your head on something. Yeah. But anyway, I think there's nobody around, and this gate is open right here. We are going to sneak in ever so quietly without disturbing anybody. And now this is probably just special. We could buy a ticket and ride it, which we're going to do later. But for right now, we're going to very sneakily get a bird's eye view of the loading area. Here it is. We don't get in trouble, but we're just going to get now this structure, this building has been here like this, of course refurbished for over 100 years. This is the same structure, design, style. I don't know if they tore it down or just fixed boards when they broke or what, but it is early in the day. Nobody's here, and you can get a good shot. Ooh, this is fantastic. Look at that. This is also like Walt Disney was credited, or the Walt Disney Company, whatever, was credited with the very first tubular steel roller coaster track. This has a old school flat roller coaster track. Let's get a look. You can see it's just literally flat rails. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm not supposed to be up here. But you can take a look, see at the back of the car, right there, how the wheels just set on top. It's amazing it doesn't like fly off. The car's probably like super heavy. This is pretty cool. Originally built in 1925 for a cost of $150,000, this venerable coaster has now been restored to its original condition at a cost of $2 million and thousands of work hours. This coaster survived 3 fires, avoided demolition, and was later named a National Historical Landmark. The nostalgic look of yesterday and the strict safety standards of today are combined with Belmont's Giant Dipper, along with a strong sense of historical business integrity. Nice. Okay. Yeah, it's really old. The old cars didn't have restraints. I know there's a picture of it. We'll see one in here somewhere, but there was no restraints in the old cars. I'm totally gonna get in trouble walking around up here. This is all modern roller coaster car, apparatus. And there it is. Yeah, you can see the track. It's going to go zooming right through there later, and right on down and around. This is fantastic that I've snuck up here and nobody's bothering me. I'm not in trouble in any way. I'm just a photo media creator guy. It's all right. Fantastic. Let's go see if we can match up some of these old photos I've got of the ride in certain spots. Now these stairs are the very same original stairs. Maybe not the same stairs as in this original old picture, but right here on the side of the loading and unloading area, those stairs are right there. Of course, this black railing wasn't there, or green railing, I should say. But the ramp, the loading ramp, everything is exactly the same. That's fantastic. This fence is really annoying. I'm gonna see if I can get it's very steep too. That's like the loading ramp, and it's like super steep. It goes up into the loading area, but you'll see in my picture here, it's the same. Here, coming through this arch right here, where you come under the roller coaster and come through this arch, there was a ticket booth right in the middle here, right where the current ticket booth is, kinda. Might be over just a little bit. Maybe like right in the center. It was probably right here. Right in the center where this orange thing is was a ticket booth, and then there was a train. This little miniature train that rode through. That came through right about We're gonna get there. Yeah, right about through here. There was a train that came through. Right between the ticket booth and the roller coaster. The line for the roller coaster, I should say. That's pretty neat. I'm here on the roof of the structures next to the roller coaster in the Belmont Park area, probably where I shouldn't be, but I am an electrician. I'm a contractor. I can be up here. I'm a contractor, but I want to get the shot of the roller coaster from up here, and hopefully I can do that. So that's what I'm trying to do right now before I get thrown out of here and the cops called. It's pretty hammered. The roller coaster, that is. It's pretty shot. Okay, here, this picture right here is pretty cool. It's a man and his two kids. As you can see, there's no restraints in the cars, and it's taken right here. Yeah, that's right there. That's where that shot was. So that girl and her dad and the two kids with no restraints right there. Okay, now it's time to get out of here. I totally snuck up here. We are on the roof adjacent to the Big Dipper, Giant Dipper, not the Big Dipper, that's a star constellation. The Giant Dipper roller coaster in San Diego. Now there's also a Giant Dipper in Santa Monica, I think, but it's a copycat. It's not the real one. Hey, look. There I am. Hey, there's a guy working right there. Oh, he's gone. Okay, we're out of here before we get in trouble. There's the beach. Let me show you that we're right next to the beach. Getting ready for a concert right there, it looks like. Yeah, there's the beach. Right here, right there, is the Plunge. The Plunge is an indoor swimming pool. It was built about the same time as a roller coaster, I think by Spreckels. Probably, it says 1925 on the front. It has the same architecture as a lot of the Balboa Park stuff that's owned or built by John D. Spreckels. But this is the largest, I believe, the largest indoor swimming pool in the whole world. I don't know about that. I know it's big. It's larger than Olympic. It's like twice the size of an Olympic swimming pool. And it used to be salt water. And sometime a long time ago they changed it from salt water to fresh water because of the massive cost of filtration systems and maintenance, the saltwater stuff, you know, saltwater water. So if you can see in there, let's see, there's a cement platform right there. If it's visible, I'll go in there. There's a cement platform right there that is original, from the original pool. And the steps and the shallow, there's like a platform on the shallow end that's original, but the rest of the, it's probably been redone, retiled, and things like that. But it's original design, we'll say. Yeah. Let's go in there and check it out. It probably stinks in there. Oh no, this thing's been totally rebuilt. The roof opens. Let's go down there. This is where I've been standing. We're gonna go down. I gotta climb over this very secure and death-defying plastic chain, do not enter chain that's down here. Ooh, without wiping out. Don't eat it. Ooh. All right. Let's go check it out. Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at these giant ceiling fans. They keep the air moving. They've actually added a gym and stuff in here. It's quite a bit different. But this platform right here, it says no standing or jumping on the island. Oops. Where is it? Right there. No standing or jumping on the island is not permitted. But that's original from 1925. It's a giant pool, and there's lots of people swimming, doing their stuff. Okay, it's old. They built it a long time ago. That's where you would return your towels when you're done. I'm not a member, so I have to leave. You know, I understand having a pool, but I do not understand having a saltwater pool at the beach. This used to be salt water, like I said earlier, but I don't understand having it at the beach. We're at the beach. It's right over there. The Giant Dipper has a top speed of 48 miles an hour, which doesn't seem like very fast. But think about 1925. You're on a roller coaster made out of wood. You've never been on before. It's going to go 45 miles an hour, up, down, around the corners with no seatbelt. No seatbelt, 45 miles an hour is crazy. I don't know if I would do it. You'd be hanging out with your buddies and be daring each other. You go. No, you go. No, you go. No, you go. I'm not going to go, but I dare you to go. What will you give me if I go on it? Things like that. Would you go on it for $1 million? Things like that. So anyway, 48 miles an hour, no seatbelt. That's insane. Look at this wheel. Open, shut. Huh. And some giant chess pieces. All right, I think that's it. We have explored the Giant Dipper roller coaster, the plunge indoor swimming pool, largest of its kind in the whole universe, I think. Anyway, all right, that's it. We're done. We're gonna go work. I gotta go make money, do the real job now. So thanks for watching. Glad you're here. Oh, and did you subscribe? You should subscribe. Yeah, whatever. See you guys later. Goodbye. Hi.